What's up, everybody? This is Zen Viking. And I just had a pretty interesting realization. I was getting my some stuff out of the closet here so that I could put on my little jacket for sitting, sitting zazen. I'm going to give a little Dharma talk lecture later on this evening, and I'm excited about it. It's going to be fun. I might totally crash and burn, and it might be awesome. Either way, I'm going to enjoy it. I was getting my jacket out here, and I was folding up my jubon. A jubon's like an undershirt that you wear, so you're not all like Guido in the front, with chest hair hanging out. Not that any Japanese people have that much chest hair, but Zen Viking looks like a little bit of a Guido with V-neck, wrap around top, so the jubon kind of helps make you look a little bit nicer, My jubon's all yellow and dingy, and how fitting, right? And I've got another, I used to wear like a gi, a black gi. I would wear that when I was sitting. Then as I got lazier, I just started wearing this. And I suppose now I've folded it up all pretty, and I suppose if I need to open it up and show it to you. You can't even see it, though. Let me see if I can turn on a brighter light. Maybe you see it. Yeah, you can see it a little bit better now. It's just like a fold-over jacket, and it's got little ties on it. Crap in the corner, and tags all worn out. I couldn't even tell you who made this thing. And I got lazy, and I would just wear this all the time. Sometimes I even put it over my T-shirt with my jubon. And I was folding these two together. Not together, but I was folding them up. And the way I fold them is just sort of, I hold them with my chin, and then I let them drop, and it doesn't matter, you don't care. The point is, I fold them up pretty much the same way all the time. And it just seems like an easy way to fold them up. And when I was folding it up, I remember my old teacher. I know there's a new teacher now that I need to go and meet and hang out with and all that good stuff. But my first teacher, Barbara, I remember that I was folding my my jacket one day, and she said to me, she said to me, "You have a very Japanese mind." And at the time, I really didn't know if that was a compliment or an insult. Either one humored me. Not an insult, but like a criticism, But I really realize now that was just a really accurate view of me. That she was just really, really clear in her observations of the way I behaved and the way I thought. And apparently I have a very and it's true. It's true. I'm real analytical. I'm real perfectionistic. I'm real duty-oriented, So, she ain't wrong. But this jacket was my favorite jacket. And she sort of gave it to me. It was not the most ceremonious of giving. She pretty much rolled up into the room I was sitting at and put it over the back of the chair, and she said, "I hate this thing. Whoever wants it can have it." And then I kind of looked at her like, "Hey, is it okay if I have it?" And she kind of did the gesture of "Yeah, here, take it." And I liked it. I like it. I wore it all the time. It was light. Probably sucked. It's cotton. Fuck cotton, but because we're sitting inside, chilling out. And I really like it. And then I was thinking, what's the other thing she gave me? Well, she did give me a watch one time, but it didn't work out for me or her. But she gave me this Orioki kit. Now I'm not going to open it up, but an Orioki kit is sort of like whenever you sit sashimi, you have to use these bowls to eat. It's 3 bowls, one inside of another, and then a big placemat and a napkin, and then there's utensils in here. There's chopsticks and a spoon and a little spatula. Back in the old, back in Japan, they have like these fancy sticks with little cotton things. But we just got, spatula that's had the edges cut off, so you can clean your bowl when you're done eating. And you got to have oryoki kit to eat oryoki. Now, they've got a whole bunch of like just, whenever they have sashimi, they have a whole bunch of like beater oryoki kits. But I always loved oryoki, and I was wondering, I was like, where can I get an oryoki kit? And was looking all around for them. And one day, and this was a pretty beautiful moment. One day, I walked in, and she just grabbed a couple pieces out of the beater kits, put this thing together and handed it to me, and she goes, "That's for you." That's all she said. Just, "That's for you." And man, it was something else. It was awesome, and I've treasured this thing ever since. And this is my favorite jacket. And it's kind of, it's a piece of clothing, and to cover you, it's a piece of clothing to cover you, and it's some bowls to eat with. And I just realized, just a little bit ago, that my teacher gave me a bowl and a robe. My teacher gave me a bowl and a robe. Maybe some of you people don't know about Zen and Buddhist tradition very much, but being given a bowl and a robe and maybe a sutra book to go with it, maybe not, that has been a big deal for a lot of people. And I'm not going to go so far as to say that it's as big a deal for me as it was for them. I'm not going to be that presumptuous or arrogant, for that matter. But I'm not going to say that it means nothing. And that's some pretty profound shit. So, anyways, I just thought I'd share that realization with you. It's got a safety pin in it. But this is more real. This is a lot more real. This dingy white stuff, safety pin, worn out. This is the real stuff. This is like those the black belts. I don't know if you know anything about black belts, but when you do karate or whatnot, and some of the other martial arts have adopted belts, they would put you in a white belt, and then you earn a orange, and then a green, and then a blue, and a purple, and a red, and all the way up until they get you a brown, and then they get you a black belt. Back in the old days, they don't have that. They had white belt, brown belt, black belt. And the reason why was because when you first started, the teacher would give you a belt, a white belt. And the way you put the belt on, it's all cotton, and it's white, and you got to rub your hand across pretty much the entire thing to get it on yourself. And a white belt was somebody whose belt was still white. A brown belt was somebody who's been using their belt enough that, it's all dingy and brown. And the black belt is a filthy, soiled mess because that person has been training for so long. And in Shuaijiao, they actually use the belt as a part of their training exercise. And the belts not only turn, brown to black, disgusting, but they tatter and they shred all along the sides as they because they pop them and pull on them, and it's a much greater example of skill and time spent than just something that's fancy pretty, but you only use once, like a wedding dress or something like that. Something fancy pretty you only use once. This is something practical that's gotten used over and over and over again. I don't know, who knows how many times these bowls, somebody's eaten oryoki with them. I bet you my teacher has probably eaten oryoki with some of these bowls. And she's worn this thing, me and her together. She probably, I probably didn't wear it down as much as she did, but she's probably worn this thing. It's down, you can't even read the tag anymore. And she might have got it for somebody else, but this jacket and these bowls and these utensils have seen it. They have been there, and they've done it. And I feel really proud of them. So, well, thanks for listening to me blathering on about something here. This is Zen Viking. I'm going to try out Prajnaparamita. And talk to you later.